we go. And again, really impressive to see Astrea make it this far. Very rarely do we see Astrea or Trigger kind of have a deep run. Very rarely do we have an Americas player in the Americas weekly. But we do have one here this week. But here we have his opponent, the French Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is our ESL Masters Winter Champion, Clem. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Maturino Esports. It is Astrea. Let's go. Let's go. EPT is upon us. Again, Clem coming up hot of a win in ESL Masters Winter. And as we mentioned before, typically it has been showing a bit of vulnerability against Terran, specifically in the TvT matchup. We saw Bjorn force him to the ace match earlier today, but when it comes to the other matchups, I would go as far as to say that Clem has the best, or currently the best, TvZ and TvP in the world. He's crazy. He's absolutely insane in both of these matchups, so this is quite a mountain for Astrea to climb. I want to believe he can, though. I want to believe he can. I want to believe he can bring it here to Clem and make a series out of this. Again, Astrea, he is the best player in the Americas. Has been crowned the number one player in the Americas every season so far in the past year, both in Atlanta and in Yongshiping. We'll see if he can bring it out here against Clem. And it looks like Clem going for an economic opener. Let's go. It's going to be a Rax Expand single gas opener here out of Clem. So very economic here on Oceanborn. Again, the rush distance by ground on Oceanborn is a little bit shorter. You can be more aggressive, more active. But Clem going to be just easing into our series here. Easing into our game. Have our Anons on the way. Factory as a follow-up safety bunker here on the low ground just to defend against things like Lave Adepts, or regular Adepts even. And Astrea back at home also setting himself up, going for a Sentry opener. This has been a little bit more trendy as of late, over the past year of StarCraft, ever since the patch at the start of 2023, if I recall correctly. The Sentry is more viable. Its damage point was changed, so you can actually kite well against the initial Reaper. So with this, it's just a very safe way to open up. The reason why is because this also allows you to scout. It allows you to have a hallucination to zoom across the map. It's very safe, very defensive. Of course, it does mean that we won't have any Adepts to harass across the map. So this bunker wasn't as necessary, but again, Clem just trying to be secure against that sort of thing. As Clem did not go for an SCV scout. No SCV scout, no Reaper scout either. Very Bjorn-esque. We spoke about this earlier, about how Bjorn very rarely actually worker scouts. Similarly here, Clem doesn't care, which is kind of scary. In this matchup, it could be a Twilight Council opener, it could be a Robo, it could be a Stargate, and Clem has no idea. Not yet. Hallucination comes in and we get eyes on the 111, we get eyes on the faster CC. Astrea sees everything in the main. Now with this, he's aware that there's no 3 racks, for example. He's aware of the faster tank production with that tech lab on the factory and the lack of add-on swap. This is a tell. This is a very fast tank. Oh my god. Clem opening up economically, following it up though with aggression. Here we go. So the reason why there's only a single Widow Mine is because of the faster tech lab on this factory. So we're going to have a very strong tank count early on. Liberator on the way behind this. This mine drop is just designed to scout. It's just designed to get some scanning information. Astrea in position does zone away that drop. Good movement out of Astrea. Third base on the way was an economic opener. Oh my god. Wait, what? This was a third Nexus before Robo, before any kind of... This is as greedy as you can be, by the way. Oh my god. So faster Nexus here before tech into a Robo opener into Colossi. As a result, Astrea has 0 map control. No Phoenixes, no Blink Stalkers. Again, delayed Immortal, delayed Colossus. I'm a little bit concerned here that this push, it's not going to slow down. And I'm concerned that Astrea won't have enough to defend against this. Remember, we have 2 gates. just now getting 2 gates up and running, just now getting into an Immortal as well. This Bay, I don't think it's going to come into play. We'll see what we hit with here as Astrea does spot the army. He is aware he has to move out. He has to slow this down as much as he can. He needs to slow down this push. Stalkers have arrived. Taking off a couple of units. Widowmine dropping into the lane. Does slip in. Mine shot going to be going off, getting 1 probe. Tank's going to be sieging. Bunker is on the way. Overcharge is popped and we're diving on top of the tank. Tank is going to go down, but we have a second tank as well. Them trying to force his way in. Does get a sentry. Overcharge is about to run out, but Astrea, he is barely holding on here. He should be able to deal with this. Bunker tanking some shots. Tank and getting a lot of hits in as well, and it will fall just barely to the Immortal. Very clutch Immortal here from Astrea. Forces a cancel on the bunker, and Astrea holds. Jesus. That was a very tight hold here for Astrea, but he does hold on. Colossus getting on the way behind this. And Astrea, he gets away with his greed. Meanwhile, Clem is not slowing down. We have Stim on the way. Combat Shield is rallying everything across the map. Still no 3rd CC, by the way. Not for Clem. And Astrea, can we hold on here? Can we survive? Still only 2 gateways. We can still only reinforce with 2 units at a time. We do have 1 Colossus, but again, very little to support this. But Clem, he's backing off. He does back off, getting his 3rd base on location. And Astrea can rest easy. Now we're teching. Charge on the way. Double forge for double upgrades. Still 2 gates. But Clem backed off. So we're good. We're okay, Pat. We're okay. Or are we? He's coming back. No. Go away, Papi. Go away. Clem going to be pushing in here. He's got tanks, got wooden mines. He, of course, has Stim on the horizon. Just going to finish up here in time for this push. Astrea still not out of the woods yet. This is his army, by the way. 3 Stalkers, an Immortal, now 2 Colossus, to be fair. He's got 2 Colossi, Stalkers here at the natural base, ready for a drop. Skins the 3rd. Does get eyes on the Colossi. There is no interference matrix, only auto turrets and disable, sorry, not disables, anti-armor missile is available. And more reinforcements are moving out. Clem just amassing an army, has an insane supply lead. Now we have the gateway explosion, 6 gates on the way. We can finally reinforce. We can actually make an army. We just need a couple more seconds. Oh god. we need a couple more seconds. We need some time. Stay away. As Clem gonna rotate around. Does deny the would-be 4th base. Again, his only goal here is to deny the 4th, which means Astrea, he will get into his production. Charge is now done. Temple Archives on the way. Astrea, he's surviving. We're good. And now we can start thinking about a 4th base, which is what Clem is looking for. He's looking for the 4th, looking to force a cancel. He is in position. Gonna be splitting up his army. So Clem, he's not pushing it. Not anytime soon. Across the map, Zeldrop gets into the main. Does get into the main base. SCV's going to be going down. Massive orbit into the main base as well. Oh my god. And we will be able to camp the production. We'll be able to pick up these reinforcements. Marines and Marauders going down. And Clem, he's racing back home. Oh my god, and we're getting so much done. 17 SCVs go down. 18 SCVs. Astrea getting far too much done here. We even escaped with some of those zealots. 20 workers fall. And just like that, Astrea, he cripples the economy here of Clem, and he can now take his own 4th behind this. Clem in position to deny this, but we have the Colossi. Astrea, he's doing well. He's doing very well. Like, part of me is still holding my breath. Like, Astrea, he got away with a lot of greed. He got away with so much greed early on with his opener. He should have been punished. He almost was, but he survived. Now he's reaping those rewards. Double drop into the main base. We do have a recall. May not be pushing to the center. Now, Clem is still ahead in army supply. Clem, he may have lost a lot of workers. He may have fallen behind in the economy, but he has a massive army. Double drop has him spotted. Cannon's in position, big warping into the main base. And pushing on the right-hand side. Still does not have disable. The Prism taking a lot of damage. Big swipes here with the Colossi. The mines! Big connections on the Stalkers. Looks like the Widow Mines are going to be going down. We do deny the 4th base. That's all that Clem needs to do. Deny the 4th over and over again. While Clem gets his own. Clem is still very much so in this. Astrea going for an Archon drop, going for a Zealot run by. He's up to 4 Colossi. We should soon be seeing Disruptors. Oh! Take a mine to the face. 4th base on the way. Oh, this is an exposed 4th. Very vulnerable. Zealots have been spotted. Ghost already coming out. Vikings as well. Prism gets into the main. Another big warp in. It's going to be a one-way trip. Vikings, they shut down the Warp Prism. Zealots going ham in the middle line. 10 more SCVs go down. At the same time, Astrea pushing right through the center into a tank line. Only a single tank, though. The one tank, it's going to go down. Big EMPs. EMPs on the Stalkers, but we are pushing Clem further and further back. The Vikings, there just aren't enough of them. The boys, they have to be pulled. Good kiting here out of Astrea. Boys being pulled even from the 3rd base. And Astrea, he's breaking through. Forced to recall, though. Drop into the main. Pulling back the army, and we were losing control of the fight. Colossus did survive. This drop is getting a bit out of hand. Colossus, they do make it back. Oh! The medevac does escape. And as the dust does settle, Clem is still up in army supply. He did lose a lot of workers. He lost a lot of SCVs throughout the course of this game. But he still has a terrifying army. Tanks, ghosts, a couple of Vikings. He's reinforcing. Drop comes back in. We are pulling Astrea back, and I don't know if Astrea has enough. Shots it over. Never goes up. Up. Oh, it will not connect. We shut down the Colossi one after the other. Overcharged far too little, far too late. And Clem, he has broken the main army. He resets the Colossi, resets the Disruptors. There's a handful of gateway units left. And again, this 4th base never got up and running. He got the base, but no saturation, no economy. Meanwhile, Clem, he's getting his own 4th. And Astrea, he's in a world of hurt. The problem here, when a Protoss player loses their army like that, is it takes so long to rebuild your Colossi and Disruptors, to rebuild your high-tech units. Astrea building up from scratch. Clem is coming back in. More reinforcements on the way. Again, with the death of that War Prism earlier, we just haven't had the time, the room to rebuild that War Prism, because we're just massing up more Disruptors. Does push in. Nova's going to be going up. Decent connections. Decent connections on the Widow Mines. 3 mines go down. Astrea in the midst of taking his 5th. Now saturating his 4th base as well. His economy, it's getting up there. Isn't looking too bad. This is still so close. Like, the reality is that if Astrea can land one good Nova, one juicy connection on this army, and he can take a fight. One is all he needs. At the same time, all EMPs do connect. To have a mine drop here towards the 3rd base. 2 probes go down. Cannon on the way. Medevac racing back. Clem is going to be retreating. 4th CC in production here for Clem. Is on the way. And he does rotate back around. Disruptors are amassing. How many Disruptors do we have? 5. 5 Disruptors. 1 has to connect, right? Oh, never goes up. Big connection. Oh my god. And just like that, Astrea takes a massive supply lead. That is what he needed. That is what he wanted. And we still have so many more Novas available. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. Army gets spotted. Astrea going to be rotating over. Going for a counterattack at the same time. I mean, he knows he can. He knows that he has supply lead, so he doesn't need everything to defend. Going for a big push towards a 3rd or the 4th. 4th is a planetary. Yeah, Zealots and Archons are pushing in. We have a handful of ghosts to defend. Good EMPs. Good EMPs on the Archons. When we get into the middle lane, the boys are being pulled past the Archon. 8 SCVs go down. And Astrea can pull back. The rest of his army is on the way. Ghost getting called out. Good EMP once again. The Nova raises the army. So I have 4 more Novas here in the chamber. Another one zones away that force. Clem setting up a surround. Setting up a concave. Once again we connect. Once again we shut down the army, and Clem is being pulled apart left and right. GG gets called, and Astrea takes game number 1. GG. Oh my god. Jesus. That was such a tense game. GG, well played. Astrea had such a greedy opener, and I was shocked that he got away with it as well. That he was able to get away with just staying on 2 gateways for so long, getting into a delayed robo production as well. He was able to get it into 3-base economy. His push was also pretty devastating when he moved out across the map, when he was able to break the economy of his opponent, when he killed like 44 SCVs. It was crazy how much damage he dealt. But Clem, he stuck in it. He still had a terrifying army. It was back and forth. But Astrea did recover, had some juicy Novas. Sometimes a couple of good Novas is all you need. GG. Oh my god. Let's go. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? State in the chat. Oh my god. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having a great time. Whew. As we are here in the midst of the finals of ESL Open Cup Americas. That was game 1 in the books. Now we're diving into game number 2. Again, Astrea may have won that game, but that was still a really tense game overall, and Clem was never ever fully out of it, even after taking that Nova to the face. But here we go. Game 2 going to be taking place on Golden Aura. Let's go. Let us go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Golden Aura, we have a French Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Liquid down in this series. But it's a best of 5. Plenty of games ahead of us. Plenty of opportunities to come back. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, wait. Oh, let's go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Golden Aura, we have the American Protoss player leading the series 1-0, representing Match Arena Esports. It is Astrea. And we see not just 1, but 2 SCVs for a proxy Turax. Let's go, Clem. Looking to turn the pressure up here, really looking to turn it on here against Astrea in game number 2. Proxy Turax is upon us. Reaper's going to be on the way, I imagine. But we'll see how we do piece this all together, and whether or not Astrea can figure out what exactly is going on. Again, not uncommon to check proxy locations here at the 3rd base locations with this probe, but the probe is moving out across the map. We are not checking the 3rd, either 3rd. Gases are on the way behind this. Ooh. And again, Astrea, thankfully with this probe scout, is... Where are we going? I was gonna say he's gonna be able to get across the map and get a read on the fact that the Rax is missing, but no, never mind, because we are going for a proxy pylon here outside of the main. We are setting up for potentially a proxy Stargate, as the Cyber Core is on the way. And we are massing Marines, not Reapers. Okay, let's go. We're gonna be massing up Marines here. SCV is gonna be coming in. Looking to throw down at those bunkers. Zealots on the way. This is getting chaotic. Cybercore just now finishing up, and now we have the Stargate. So, on the one hand, there won't be anything at home, right? There won't be anything at home to defend. Likewise, though, we're amassing a lot of Marines. Astrea also will have the bare minimum to defend as well. This is going to get really chaotic. We're about to get rowdy, Poppy. We're about to get rowdy. Here we go. Stargate still on the way, and we do dive into the main base. Adept does arrive just in time to meet up with the Marines. Forced to recall. Zelda's racing back home. Boys are being pulled. Zealot does arrive just in time. So far, good swipes to 1 Marine goes down. Oh, the Zealot putting in a lot of work. Adept does come in from behind as well. 2nd Marine falls. And we're going to get a 3rd and a 4th. We shut down the Marines. Oh my god. This Zealot, the real MVP. And with that, we are going to be able to hold on. Behind this, Void Ray on the way. Pylon is set up for shield batteries. Oh my god. I thought it was going to be an Oracle. But no, we have a Void Ray instead. Astrea, he defends with the bare minimum back at home with one Zealot, with one Adept. He does hold. And with that, making use of the proxy. The Marines just weren't able to gain enough ground. Now we are pushing in once again. But are we going to be forced back home? As Astrea, he's keeping these Marines busy. Void Ray about to pop out. And what do we have at home to defend? We have one Cyclone, but Cyclones with reduced range are not ideal against these Void Rays. Not anymore. Marines are pushing in. Void Ray pushes in as well. Shield battery on the way, and Clem, he pulls back. He's pulling back home. Clem, he turns back around. It's going to be so long before he gets here. Workers are falling. Cyclone has arrived, but again, Cyclone's being focused down and it will fall. Again, with reduced range, Cyclone, they're not ideal against Void Rays, not anymore. That's why Proxy Void Ray has risen in popularity once again. It's about the Vikings. Marines are coming back. Shield battery topping up that Void Ray. Second Void Ray has arrived. And Clem, welcome to ESL Open Cup Americas, Bobby. Welcome to NA. Void Rays, they take control of the production. Cyclone has arrived. We dive on top of this. Shield battery keeping this alive. The Cyclone gets focused down so quickly. And this is becoming too much. It's getting out of control. Viking is on the way, but too little too late. We take down the depot and we camp the factory. Adepts have arrived. Boys are being pulled. They have to be. But the Void Rays, they reign supreme. They go ham. Viking gets a lot of damage done. Oh my god. But the shield batteries, they make sure that nothing dies. The Void Rays, they survive. They make it through. They take down the Viking. They take down the Marines. And that's going to be it. That's going to be all we had left. GG gets called. And Astrea takes a 2-0 lead. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. That was crazy. I am a little bit shocked that the proxy Marine didn't do as much damage. That felt almost ideal for Clem to be able to take control of the main base, but alas, that Zealot, the recalled Zealots, the boys as well, the probes, really good control out of Astrea to be able to shut down those Marines ahead of time to really stop them before they were able to really amass and cause any kind of problems. And Astrea just happened to be going for a proxy Stargate. I like how he went with the punches. I'm curious to know if initially it was just meant to be a proxy Oracle, and then he just transitioned into a Void Ray just because he saw an opportunity. And again, proxy Void Rays, we have been seeing a couple more of that build just pop up over the course of the new patch. With the change to the Cyclone, we've seen this every now and then, and as you see, the new Cyclone is not ideal defending against this Void Ray. Like, you can focus them down one after the other. And GG, just a really crazy game. Very chaotic sort of events. And Astrea is one game away from becoming this week's champion. Clem who? What? Oh my god, look, Clem, if you're not from Americas, Astrea doesn't know you, mate. He doesn't know that he's not meant to be favored here. He doesn't know that he's meant to be the underdog. That's He's one game away, papi. Uno más. Oh boy. As we're getting into game 3. Getting into Alcyone. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alcyone, we have the French Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Liquid, up against the wall. Down in the series, he has to fight back here and now. Hello, Mr. SCVs. Bienvenidos. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Matcherino Esports. One game away from becoming this week's ESL Open Cup Americas champion. Has he ever won an ESL Open Cup? I know he's had finals runs before, but I'm not sure he has. It is Astrea. As we are going for our proxy racks. Let's go. Now, I believe this is meant to be just a 2 racks opener, 1 proxy and 1 back at home for Reaper production. We'll see how he pieces this all together, though, as the second gas has been taken back at home. I am ready for this. It's been a while since we've seen something along the lines of Proxy Marauder. I say it's been a while. I mean, I guess we have casted Home Mono recently, but Home Mono, he's like the exception to the rule. He doesn't count. Probe Scout moving out. This time Astrea is going to be checking to see what is going on. As the Rax is going to be finishing. And we are going for Proxy Reaper. So we have 1 Rax across the map. We should be getting 1 Rax back at home. Probe is going to be dipping in. Got to confirm that the Rax is missing. And we do get eyes on this SCV as well. We should be throwing down a bunker, but Astrea did spot it. He will be delaying it.
Watch your mineral line.
He's a bit of a diva enjoyer. Let's go. But again, really good scouting here out of Astrea. He had a probe here on the low ground. He's going to be able to delay this bunker. Will it finish? The SCV does take a lot of hits. But the bunker is on the way. Behind this, it is not a 2 Rax Reaper, by the way. It is one Rax across the map. We have a factory back at home. Reaper does pop out. And we do dip into the main. We do dip into the main base and a probe. Oh, will get picked off. Good start here for Clem. Gets a probe. Oh my god. Has to be careful to be surrounded. Has to calm things down. Getting a second probe in the main. Oh, but he did overextend here. This should not have happened. Reaper goes down. Bunker has completed, but there is still no Reaper available. There we go. Second Reaper on the way. Shield battery in production. And Clem should be able to take control of the natural. Should be able to hold on. Again, with help of this shield battery, this is going to be dealt with eventually by the Stalker. And Astrea, he's still in the main base, by the way. We're getting into a 1-1-1 off of 1 base. And floating back home. But a very delayed expansion here. CC now on the way for Clem after the starport. And we are denying mining time, that's true. We did kill 2 probes earlier. With the help of this second Stalker, we will zone this away. Reaper clip is walled off. And the Reaper goes in for a scout. We're looking for the tech of choice. And we throw it down after the Reaper falls. I love that out of Astrea. Just waiting for the Reaper to be shut down before committing. And he's going for a Twilight Council opener. Let's go. Twilight Council on the way. Back at home, Clem working towards a drop play, which makes sense. Given the situation, we do need to gain a little bit more value here. Clem's still stuck on 1 base economy. His natural was heavily delayed. And drop play is a good way to come back. To bounce back in this. Now the question becomes, how many gateways? How aggressive is Astrea planning to be? It is a Blink Stalker based opener, but do we see 2 gates, 3 gates, or even 4? As the drop is moving out. Black White's back at home. We're getting into our 3-1-1 setup. CC now going to be floated over, and we are very quickly getting into tank production. Tanks are on the way. Only a single Widowmine drop from Clem. So again, this is mainly for scouting information. The probe will confirm the Widowmine drop, though. We do get eyes on the medevac, and Astrea does respond. Does rotate over. Great scouting here from him. Even a Stalker out on the map. We have to commit. We're going to try. We do go for the dive here into the natural base. Boys are being pulled. Widowmine up. It's going to go up. It does go up, getting one worker, 1 probe. Could have been so much worse. Widowmine goes down, and Astrea does hold. Behind this, we do have additional gateways, by the way. It's going to be 3-gate blink out of Astrea. 3-gate blink here, straight to a Templar Archives. This I'm not used to seeing. Wait, what? Okay, so it's gonna be 3-gate blink, not into Colossi. It looks like we're heading towards Storm instead. Interesting tech choice here from Astrea. This is gonna be thrown down before the 3rd base. We should be taking our 3rd behind this. Yeah, 3-gate blink, just a safe way to open up, a way to gain map control. 3rd base is on the way. Astrea looking to spice things up here. Blink is done. Once it's done, we go straight into charge. And show us that storm. From here, as the dust does settle, Clem is still building up. There's that storm in production, as we did mention. So this is really unique. Not very often do we see Protoss players go 3-gate blink into storm in such a fashion. So I appreciate it. Do appreciate it here from Astrea. As Clem does come across the observer. Good peek off. Back at home, getting into his 3-1-1 setup, transitioning into Widow Mines from tanks. Once he does go for some auto Tartaras, getting a couple of probes. I believe he hasn't seen the tech yet. He's unaware of the storm. And again, that will catch him a bit off guard if unscouted. And once again, good auto Tartaras. 4 more probes go down. Good damage is dealt. And Clem is just building up hard here on 2 bases. Still no third CC in sight. Not yet. As he's continuing drop play. He's continuing that drop play. Storm is about to finish. How many High Templar? 4. 4 High Templar out here for Astrea. Okay, this mine drop is going to be pretty important. We still haven't seen this, by the way. We don't really recognize that we need things like Ghost to be prioritized against High Templar. Job coming in, 3rd CC on the way, so Clem is not going for a 2-base all-in. He's building up towards the 3rd. Medevac is going to be denied. Job comes in. The shots! Ooh. Decent connections. 3 probes go down. Again, could have been so much worse. 3 workers will fall, and now that the Prism has arrived, we should soon be pushing. We should soon be moving out. We do have the Forge for +1. But I'm curious, do we move out with the army, or do we only go for a Storm drop? And we have our answer. It's going to be 2 High Templar in the War Prism with 2 Zealots. Main army pushing towards a 3rd base location. Clem, likewise moving out, is spotted by the Observer. Astrea, he sees, he knows. The army say, we'll clash. Marine's going to be picked up. Slow down the army, we force a siege. Here we have the storms. Oh, good storm here on the army, on the Marauders. On mainly Marauders. And behind this Astrea, he's not slowing down, he's going straight for the main base. Scan does reveal the 4th. If he wants to push out, he wants to deny it if possible. But here comes the drop. And here come the storms. And mass storm drop here into the mineral line. And 10 SCVs go down and a massive Zealot warp in into the main base. We have some reinforcements, but against these Zealots, Astrea takes control of the main. Meanwhile, out in the middle of the map, Clem catches the army. Gets a couple of Stalkers. Big storms, though. Oh, my God. And I believe we have 1 storm left. Juicy connection here on the Marines. We shut down the High Templar. But Clem, we have to commit. We have to keep on pushing. 25 SCVs go down across the map. Astrea, he just has to hold. GG gets called. He cannot push in. It's just too much damage. And Astrea will take the series 3-0. Shutting Clem down. GG. Oh my God. Max. Max goddamn Angel. He takes the 3-0 here. Crippling the economy of Clem, shutting down the army in the center of the map, and he had run out of steam. And GG. GG, well played. Astrea did not have an easy road, by the way. He shut down Hero to make it to the finals in the PvP. And Clem, who arguably has, I would say, even has the best TvP in the world right now. Like, he is on fire. And for Astrea to take him down 3-0, impressive. Very impressive stuff. GG, well played. Now, again, to be fair, there's a lot that came into it. I loved game 1 was like beautiful. Game 1 and here in game 3 as well. Like, Astrea had very specific builds, very specific openers that were designed to catch Clem off guard. Right? Remember in game 1 he went Nexus before Robo, like Nexus before any tech. It was such a greedy opener on Oceanborn, and Astrea got away with it. He got away with murder in game 1, and here in game 3 as well. Storm was never scouted. The Templar Archives was never scouted. We never really got eyes on the army composition until towards the end of the game when we saw the Zonaga. We had no idea that we had to get ready for that kind of composition, and Clem was kind of caught off guard. And likewise, game number 2 was just full NA. Game 2 was beautiful in its own way, a different kind of beauty where it's just chaos and havoc and all in and proxy. It was great. GG. GG, well played. Astrea, of course, he thrives in the chaos, and very well done. Very solid performance here. And I'm curious, has Astrea ever won a tournament like this? I'm not too sure if he has. I know he has made it to the finals before. I know he has made it to the finals of ESL Open Cup, but yeah, I am curious. I think Trigger has. And okay, he has. Okay. For some context, the last time that Astrea won ESL Open Cup Americas was ESL Open Cup Americas 96, November of 2021. Years ago, 2021. We're in 2024. Gee, oh my god. So, is it really 2024? Jesus. It's been years, Bob. It's been years since he's won one of these weeklies. So, very well done. Congratulations here to Astrea. And this is the time where we want to be peaking. We want to be in form here and now because we have IM Katowice in a couple of weeks. In less than a month, we have IM, and Astrea is going to be there. Astrea, he's going to be there. He's going to be at the event. And we need to be looking strong leading into it. So, very nicely done. Very nice performance here. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing more of Astrea at IM. Oh. Here we go. Clem not respecting the possibility the proxy void could still be a thing. Kind of. If you remember, it's kind of that, but also Clem proxy 2 racks that game. Like he was not prepared for anything back at home. Like that was the advantage that Astrea had, was the fact that Clem had proxied that game. So there was a lot going into that game. There was a lot going on. It's beautiful. GG, well played. Oh, it's catching up in the chat. I'm gonna be catching up. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that Clem's proxy that game was lackluster. Was very lackluster. Proxy Marine is something that Bjorn did recently. Fun fact, I think Bjorn did it in Master Colosseum. So potentially Clem was trying it out the way that Bjorn had. Fun fact though, when Bjorn proxy marined in TvP, he proxy marined in the natural base of his opponents. So even like more of a wild execution of it. Regardless, congratulations. And with that, we wrap up our broadcast here of ESL Open Cup Americas, but we still have plenty more to come on the CranKy Ducklings. We're going to be going on a short break, and when we return, we're going to have another broadcast. We're going to have the group stage, the round of 8 of Christmas Cup. We're going to need a little bit of time to get that ready, though. Likewise, if you want to tune into something live, we're going to be casting the semi-finals of the Christmas Cup live in 3 hours. 3 hours. I have 3 hours to go over the group stage. I'll do my best to cast as much as I can, and then bam, straight into the live broadcast of the semi-finals. So we do have some back-to-back broadcasts going on. On top of that, if you enjoyed this tournament, if you enjoyed this broadcast, this is typically covered on Tuesdays. It's typically casted on Tuesdays, ESL Open Cup Americas, or I guess Monday, depending on where you are in the world. So Monday/Tuesday, depending on where you are. And we weren't able to cast this live. We usually do, but this week we were otherwise preoccupied. We were busy covering other events, as we usually are. So we did just decide to catch up here tonight with ESL Open Cup Americas. And we should be live this week on Tuesday with 211. ESL Open Cup 211 Americas. Should be there, where we get to see once again players like Dark, Hero, Astrea, Clem, MaxPax duke it out amongst themselves. So really good tournament, really good turnout. Be sure to tune in. Be sure to tune in. Likewise, VODs are going to be uploaded to YouTube. They're on Twitch. VODs everywhere, papi, everywhere. And again, we're going to be going on a short break. When we return, we will have some of our matches. We will have the Christmas Cup round of 8. See you soon. See you soon. Otherwise, if you just want to tune into this, hope you'll have a great weekend. Hope you have a great night. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes with some more StarCraft. When it comes to more ESL Open Cups, tomorrow we're going to be live with ESL Open Cup Asia. Asia's tomorrow, America's the day after. So see you then. See you then.